Shirley Chisholm Hill was born on November 30, 1924, in a predominantly black neighborhood in Brooklyn, New York. Chisholm spent part of her childhood in Barbados with her grandmother. She graduated from Brooklyn College in 1946, and she began her career as a teacher. She went to earn a master's degree in elementary education from Columbia University.
In 1968, Chisholm was elected to the New York legislature. 4 years later, in 1968, she was elected to the House of Representatives from the 11th District, becoming the United States' first African-American congresswoman, beginning the first of 7 terms in the House of Representatives. After initially being assigned to the House Forestry Committee, she shocked many by demanding reassignment. She placed on the Veterans Affairs Committee, eventually graduating to the Education and Labor Committee. In 1969, Chisholm became one of the founding members of the Congressional Black Caucus.
There is very little understanding yet as to the immorality involved in double pay scales and the classification of the better jobs for men only. Prejudice against blacks is unacceptable, although it will take years to eliminate it. But prejudice against women is still acceptable.
In this part of the speech, Chisholm explains that the black women are judged more for the fact of being women than color. People is starting to accept black women, but they don't adopt the thought in which women have the same opportunities, jobs, and salaries as men.
Existing laws are not adequate to secure equal rights for women. Sufficient proof of this exists in the concentration of women in lower paying, menial, unrewarding jobs, and the incredible level of scarcity in the upper level jobs. If women are already equal, then why is it such an event whenever one is elected into Congress?
With this part of the speech, Chisholm introduced us the fact in which we are able to see the difference between men and women inside the labor aspect. She presents us the proof in which we can appreciate the conditions that the women are working in. Actually, she asks a rhetorical question that makes the audience understand that women are not often in important and difficult jobs. And with the question, she just proves her solid argument about inequality between genders.
What we need is laws to protect working people, to guarantee fair pay, safe working conditions, protection against sickness and layoffs, and provision for dignified, comfortable retirement. Both men and women need these things equally. The idea that one sex needs more protection than the other is a male supremacist myth.
Chisholm expresses her opinion about what conditions workers should be in, that these conditions should be equal for both genders. She doesn't think that women should have more protection than men, and she wants to transmit this for the audience.
Did Chisholm believe that one day these conditions will become reality, or is it her wishes?